What's going on, people? I am your host, the guy HG, and welcome to Ears to the Street. And this is our first segment of Tales from the Hood. Um, yeah, man. I'm 38 years old. Been around them son 38 times. Seen a lot. Seen a lot. As some of y'all may know, from the south side of Chicago. Um, lived in basically stayed on the south side for majority of my life. A few times, moved around the various sections within the south side of Chicago, or maybe the south suburbs. Stayed in the stayed in the South Loop part of Chicago, which is close to downtown area. So I moved around within Chicago, been to other states and stuff like that. Never lived in no other states besides Alabama and Atlanta. But been to various states, visited. But yeah, I decided to start this segment, Tales from the Hood. Because I thought it'd just be interesting. And then I'm also welcoming people to tell their stories. So I came up with this. You know what I'm saying? I've seen some other people do like some tales, like I think Fredro Starr from Onyx. I don't know if he still does it, but he used to do tales of the industry, and he'd tell all these dope stories about things that happen in the industry. As his career, you know what I'm saying, progressed and stuff. So it's kind of gonna be like that, but it's all straight hood stuff, or just it doesn't necessarily have to be hood, but that's just why I named the segment "Tales from the Hood." You know what I'm saying? So this is part one. If somebody else start doing it, they biting. You know what I'm saying? They biting. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all let them know. Like, nah, hey, the guy HG started that, man. Find something else to do. He already started it. So coming from the south side of Chicago, to get back to it, I seen a lot of stuff, man. Seen a lot of stuff. Seen a lot of stuff, man. Some things some things I could look back on and laugh about, and some things, they're not good endings, not good. It's not good conclusions to what happened to some of these stories. And I'm gonna be sharing with you some of my experiences. If it's someone else experience, I'll definitely bring them on the segment and let them explain it, and we'll just chop it up, try to get the lesson out of it, try to get how to prevent it if it's something that's tragic. And some of these stories is going to be some tragic stuff. Um it's meant to be entertaining, but it's also meant to be informative. That's why I'm doing this. This isn't just, let this down, son. This isn't just getting up on here telling some, snitching or doing no stuff like that, no crazy stuff like that. It's basically to give you a story. Some of the stories will be funny, some of them will be entertaining, some of them will be sad. But also, so receiving the story, but also getting the underlining meaning, the message, the lesson in it too. That's what we're about on Ears to the Streets. We not just up on here tap dancing for niggas. So that's not what this is. We'll tap dance, but then you're gonna shut the fuck up and listen and get some fucking knowledge out of it, and some understanding out of it. You know what I'm saying? So, for all the people who thinking this segment is just some, it is what it is to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you, when I present these stories, and when I have people come in and tell their stories, that try to get the message and the lesson in it. You know what I'm saying? And still be entertained by it and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm gonna start y'all off with a light one today, man. I'm gonna give you light, and this happened when I was real young. Actually, I say this in a song that I got that I haven't released yet. Is gonna be on my album, The Seven. I'm still working on it. I'm not giving no release dates. You know what I'm saying? When it's done, it's done. It might not get done till next year. Who knows? It might get done in the next 3-4 months. Who knows? But I say in one of the lines, I say, I seen my first death at 8, a police chase. So I'm gonna give y'all that story today, man. So let me get into it. So I was young, like I was about 7 or 8 years old. I possibly could have been younger than that. You know what I'm saying? I probably could have been like six or something. At least I know I was between 6 and 8. You know what I'm saying? 6 and 8. The reason I know I was between those ages is because I'll say maybe 6 and 9, because I know I moved from. I used to stay on 67th. I used to stay on 67th and I'll just say Racine. I used to stay on 67th in May. I'll say that. 67th in May. On the corner of 67th in May. I'll just say that. I don't want to give a description of the place I used to live, because I think I can still got family that lives there. So I don't want to give out the actual address of the address of the house, because I'm pretty sure I got family that lives there. It's like family, like I don't know them like that, but it's somewhere in my family they live there. So I'm not gonna, put that on blast like that. So grew up on 67th in May, right on the next by Racine, right by Ogden Park. And with this particular story, I was just out in the front of the house playing, I don't know exactly what I was doing. I probably was dribbling a basketball. Like 9 times out of 10 around that time, I'll just be in the front with my being young, with my imagination, just doing crazy stuff as a kid. Not crazy stuff like bad crazy stuff, but just being a kid. You know what I'm saying? We would either be riding bikes up and down the street, up around the block, or we used to like in the backyard, we always used to put crates up, put like basketball rims up. You know what I'm saying? We'd knock, you get the crate, get like a knife, cut the edges, get a hammer, knock it in, boom. Try to get as much as the bottom out as you can. You know what I'm saying? And we had trees in our back, and like our whole backyard was hard dirt. You know what I'm saying? So you could dribble a ball back there. It was all flat, but it was hard dirt. You know what I'm saying? So me, my brothers, my cousins, we would nail crates up, and that's how we got it in on the basketball side. I think one time we actually got an actual rim and nailed it up. You know what I'm saying? So, but this particular situation, I was in the front and I was by myself. It was some other kids around, but I was kind of like, I think I was like kind of playing by myself. So I think I was just dribbling the ball in the front, you know what I'm saying, on the sidewalk. So, next thing you know, you just hear, woo, 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 woo. You hear the police sirens. So this happened real quick now. You know what I'm saying? I'm stretching it out a little bit, but I'm just to give you a setting. But it happened like in the blink of an eye. How usually bad shit happens in the blink of an eye. But anyway, so I hear woo, 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 woo. So I turn around. The car is coming. The car is traveling west on 67th Street. West on 67th Street, heading toward Racine. You know what I'm saying? So it's coming from east going west on Racine. I mean, on 67th Street toward Racine. It's a green old school car. Like, I don't even know what type of car. It looked like one of them 19, because this happened. This is like 19. This got to be like, that's why I was saying, like, this is like 1988. This is like 1988. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, this car that was running from the police, this was like an old green Delta or something, like one of those big Deltas or something, or big old Oldsmobiles, the metal joints, none of that fiberglass shit. You know what I'm saying? These are like when it was metal cars. You know what I'm saying? Like a majority of the cars was metal. So big green one. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker flying. It zipped past me. Woof. Police right behind him. I can't remember exactly how many police cars it was, but I would say at least 2. You know what I'm saying? I know it was one for sure, but I think it was more than just one. It was at least 2 or 3. You know what I'm saying? This nigga, I don't know who this dude was, man, but whatever he was doing, he was trying to get up out of there. And he was hitting it. So just imagine you playing the basketball, then you hear woo, 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 woo. You look and you see him coming, and then when he come, he just zip past, woo, police zip past, woo, woo. They own him. You know what I'm saying? He had to, at least just based off what I can remember, he was probably doing like 80 to 90 miles an hour, but he doing this on a side street. It ain't like you on the E-way where you got room. You doing this on a 2-lane side street. A 2-lane side street. Traffic go this way and traffic go that way. You know what I'm saying? This is a residential neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? This nigga's doing like 80, 90, if not faster. Based off when we get to the end of the story, he probably was going faster than 80, 90. He probably was pushing a buck on that ass. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they zip past me. Woof, woof. Now, it's one more block. It's the block between May and when you hit the corner of Racine. That's where he crashed at. That's where he crashed at. He actually crashed into a restaurant, you know, like one of them little side joints. I can't remember what the name of it was. The store is still, the restaurant is still there. You know, I'm pretty sure it didn't change names and change owners and all that stuff, but it's still there to this day, unless it is been gone for the last 3 years I've been going out of Chicago. But he loses control and runs smack dab into the restaurant place. So I see him lose control and I see him veer off the road, and you hear the shit was like an explosion. He smacked the restaurant so hard, it sounded like a fucking bomb had went off. You know what I'm saying? That's how fast he was going. So I run down the street, and like everybody else did too. You know what I'm saying? By this time, it didn't call people attention. The people that was out there, they see it, and then they see him, and then they see him smack the joint. You know what I'm saying? Smack the restaurant. And to this day, I don't even know the way the restaurant was set up, because we used to go down and get food all the time. You know, go down and get pizza puffs and shit, all that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Fries and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think nobody in the restaurant got hurt, because the way the place was set up, it was like it's kind of like on a diagonal. It's like a parking lot, and it's kind of on a diagonal. And when you go in the front doors, it's like a little strip part, and where you order your food. You know how it be when you go to the spots, you like, this whole little spot right here is for you stand there and look at the menu and order your food, but they're behind the glass in the back part of the restaurant where they make the food. So when he smacked that, and it's a brick wall, it's a brick establishment. So when he smacked that, I'm pretty sure the car opened up the whole shit. It didn't go as far as into where the workers is at, but if you were standing in there, I don't know if nobody was. I don't think nobody was. If you were standing ordering food when that happened, you probably would have died. I don't think nobody was in there at that time, because I don't remember nothing with no people being on the inside. But anyway, get back on track. He smack it. I run down the street. Everybody else run down the street. Bro, tell me why he hit the building so hard, the engine had flew in the middle of the street, and the motherfucker was still running. In the middle of the street. Now, where the restaurant is versus where the street is, that's I would say that's like between 30 to 50 feet. The fucking engine is still in the street and it's still running. You know what I'm saying? This nigga, he out of there. He lay out of the car. Like half of his body is in the car, and then half of his body is outside the car. So he was gone. I know he was gone. You know what I'm saying? And as you know, I'm like 7 years old. I'm seeing this. I'm like, what the fuck? Run down the street, and the first thing I remember seeing is the engine. And I look at the engine, and that motherfucker still in the middle of the street by itself. Ain't nothing attached to it. It's 50 feet away from the car. in the street. That motherfucker. That's crazy. Like the impact was so hard that nigga, the engine ain't even stopped yet. The engine's still revving, like it's still going, but it ain't attached to nothing in the car. You know what I'm saying? And probably, you know, engines probably can't run without being attached to the car because of what the motor mounts hold them or something. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But it's just crazy how, you know, it popped out the car. You know what I'm saying? It was still running. So I see the engine. Then I look to the left, and Buddy hanging out, half his body hanging out the car. He ain't moving. You know what I'm saying? And you know, police coming. You know, the police are already there because they was chasing him. But man, that's basically the fucking story, man. You know what I'm saying? I can't remember like how long motherfuckers was out there because you know I was young. So once I'm pretty sure once my mom's got wind of it, but I don't even remember her like coming down the street like saying come back. I just remember looking at it, stood out there for a few minutes. Ambulance had came. And I don't even think I stayed to see them reel him out the ambulance. I probably did, and I can't remember. You know what I'm saying? But the what I told y'all is what I remember. You know what I'm saying? But the whole restaurant, that whole first part of the restaurant was big hole in it. The whole car was in there. Like the car was in the restaurant. Dude body is hanging outside of the car, halfway outside of the car. I think he was by himself. I don't think he was with nobody. I don't remember nobody else being there. I kind of do, but I'm not sure. So I'm going to say he was by himself. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't remember another person being in the car with him. The engine was in the middle of the street just running. And man, bro, that happened when I was like between 6 and 9, 6 and 8. So this had to be, I was born in 1983, man. So this was like 88. This was like 88, 89. It had to be 88. So I probably was about like 6. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. First part 1, Tales from the Hood, Inglewood, South Side of Chicago. That's where I started off at, you know, playing outside. This is like how shit used to happen, man. Playing outside, dribbling the basketball, running, doing something, being a kid. Next thing you know, it's a high-speed police chase. And just think, like, it wasn't in the cars for me or anybody else. It was in the cars for him. You know what I'm saying? He made a decision to run from the police for whatever reason. He lost control and he died. But just think, like, he could have lost control and hit me. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if he would have lost control a block before he lost control? You see what I'm saying? Like, that could have went so many different ways, man. I'm sitting there and like I'm right there on the main on 67th Street. You know what I'm saying? Playing, just a kid. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's crazy, man. Stuff like that could happen. You know what I'm saying? Luckily, for me and whoever else was out there, that he didn't hit nobody. Hopefully, I don't think it was anyone in the restaurant at the time ordering food. I don't remember any workers being done, but I remember like they fixed the. You know, I guess I'm pretty sure the restaurant had insurance because the restaurant was back up and running maybe a month or two to my recollection. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember the restaurant getting fixed and we was back in there ordering food. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, the restaurant owner had his stuff in order to where, you know what I'm saying, he probably had to come off some bread, a little bread, but probably not. You know what I'm saying? He got right back in business. So yeah, man, that was, not only was that my first time seeing somebody die, that was possibly, I think, my first police chase. You know what I'm saying? At 6, 7 years old, man. So, man, that's what it is, man. Tales from the Hood segment is to the streets. Tales from the Hood segment. I'm gonna be dropping them here and there. You know what I'm saying? I'm dropping them here and there. I got a shitload of stories, man. The shit that happened in Chicago. I'm gonna start bringing my niggas, my people, and anybody else from whatever part of the world you're from. If you want to be on the segment, just let me know. DM me. You know what I'm saying? You can come in and tell your story. No capping, no, man. No capping. And don't tell nobody else's story. You know what I'm saying? Like, tell your own shit that you seen with your own eyes. If it's somebody else who got a story, then bring them on. you know, and we'll do a 3-way. And you can, if it was 2 people there, however the story went, I just wanted to be truthful. Don't come over here capping, lying and shit, or telling somebody else's story, trying to make it seem like it's you on no corny shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So all the stories I'm gonna be telling because I was there to witness them. I'm not telling nobody else's story. You know what I'm saying? The people that I know who got stories, I'll bring them on if I decide to, if it's a story involving not just me. You know what I'm saying? I can still tell a story if it's just, long as I'm there or long as you there to witness it, then it's okay to tell the story. If you want to bring other people who was involved in the story, then I'll check you out. You know what I'm saying? We'll do it like that. You know what I'm saying? No matter what part of the city, what part of the world you're from, you know, this is an Ears to the Street, Tales from the Hood. This is part 1, Deadly Police Chase. Yeah, man, it's straight like that. You know what I'm saying? So we signing off right now. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Make sure y'all hit that notification bell. Like, share the videos. Run your boy up. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be dropping these, you know, here and there. See how the people rock with them. You know what I'm saying? But Ears to the Streets, the God HG, Tales from the Hood, segment part 1. We out. Salute.